Well, Harry and Meghan honor Kevin Costner while the King has an unexpected run-in. Royal expert Patricia Treble joins us now for the latest on the royal headlines of the week. Patricia, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, a week after the Invictus Games, Harry and Meghan back in Santa Barbara at Kevin Costner's house for a big charity event. Give us all the details.
Beachfront estate, Santa Barbara. Who would not want to go? Very much an industry event, and this is Kevin Costner's big charity fundraiser. Now he does it to support first responders, which is very much, Harry's big deal. And it's to give them financial and mental health support. So Harry and Meghan were giving him an award, and really an industry event. So you had Oprah there, you had Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow.
Adam Levine from Maroon 5 did a song, so there you go.
It was the event to be at.
It was the event, yes.
Now, Netflix, they had a big deal with Netflix. I think they signed for $100 million, right? And with the writer's strike now over, potentially we're going to see a lot more from Meghan and Harry in creating more content.
This is the hope. I do not expect anything coming down the pipe anytime soon because, of course, they really have nothing officially signed with them. We know that they're adapting a romantic novel, Meet Me at the Lake, Canadian.
And she's going to be in it.
Well, we don't know. No, I'm not.
I heard that she's going to be the lead.
I'm not so sure. I'm not too much attention. I think that they want to go behind the scenes. But now the writer's strike, they can start moving forward because that, of course, was just the impetus. Yeah. And it looks as though this is going to be where they're putting all their focus because they've given up their quest to trademark the term archetypes, which was their podcasting. So that was running into stumbling blocks. It's a fairly common word, so they've finally abandoned that. So.
All right. Meantime, the royal rift, it appears that it is not slowing down anytime soon because there are reports that Prince Harry, during his recent stopover in England, ended up spending the night at a hotel?
At a hotel, because apparently there was no room at Windsor Castle, which is the largest inhabited castle in the world.
No room at the inn.
So to back up, so remember they had Frogmore Cottage, which 5-bedroom house on the Windsor estate. They were rarely there. So the king didn't renew the lease, and the assumption was they would stay at a palace. There's lots of space. Apparently didn't give due notice, according to the Telegraph. They didn't give enough notice, so apparently the answer was no. So they stayed in a hotel. I'm thinking, yikes, there is definitely family angst going on there. So there's something more to that story.
Maybe he was more comfortable at the hotel too, right?
I'm thinking, it's a long way to the kitchen. The Queen always complained that her food was always cold.
Yeah. Now the King, and do we see Queen Camilla?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, if they always. Not consort, right?
Nope.
Okay. It's done with. They were in France for a state meeting, and she didn't wear a tiara. She wore beautiful jewelry.
I'm over my mourning of the last tiara. I wanted it. Jeff will tell you, I wanted a tiara.
One thing you have to understand about Patricia Sengi is she lives for the tiara.
But she wore spectacular jewelry. She wore Dior cape and gown to the state banquet. She broke out the late Queen's sapphire necklace, which is a sentimental one because the Queen got it as a wedding gift from her parents. And so she's breaking out. She's wearing fancy clothes. You're in France, right? You dress up, diamond brooch, all the schmuck, playing ping pong with Brigitte Macron, the president's wife. And it was Camilla who instigated this. They were simply at a community center. She saw the game, picked up a paddle and said, let's go. And the husbands are kind of going, okay,
What is going on with the royals, Patricia? The other week we found out Kate loves beer pong. Now we have Queen Camilla playing ping pong.
Look, she's ready. Yeah. She's ready to play.
And Queen Camilla, she is fun on tour. Like she's always got a sense of humor. And she also knows what makes good visuals. And she just picked it up, and you could see the kids also kind of going, whoa, was not expecting that. So, yeah.
All right, now that state visit is done to France, as we just mentioned this morning, there's been a state visit just announced.
Yep, so the president of South Korea is going to be in Britain in November for a state visit. And of course, that affects the timing of everything because we're expecting at some point there's going to be a visit to Canada, right?
That's the big question.
That's the big
Wants to
question.
know.
And the timing everything is starting to back up because not only do you have that, the calendar for this fall is becoming increasingly busy. But the first visit the King wants to make to a Commonwealth country, Canada in 58, is going to be Kenya. Everyone's been told it's going to be Kenya. They still haven't announced it. So Canada's in line. And here's the thing, the weather's turning. There's a reason you don't have royal visits in Canada in winter. Think ice storm. No.
So now imagine running into the King. Right?
Yeah.
These cyclists were doing their thing, having a good time, and there's the king walking.
Exactly. And I don't think a lot of people in Canada realize, so this was at Balmoral, the Highland Estate. There are all these trails for hikers and for cyclists all throughout there that you can rent a cottage. You know what, guys? They have big cottages we can rent. And they're mountain biking. The weather is, of course, horrible. It is either horrible or fabulous. And who do they bump into? The king. And now there would have been security. They said there was security around them, but nowhere near them. And what do they talk about? Bugs in the weather.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, the weather might have been horrible, but what a fabulous run-in these cyclists had.
They got a story to end all stories.
I love it.
All right, Patricia Treble, good to see you this morning.
Thank
you
you.
as always.
You're more than welcome.